Hookworms Microshift is the kind of album that doesn't just mark a new chapter. It feels like an entirely different book. They're known previously for their sort of raw, psych rock grit. Microshift sees the lead's band shredding layers of fuzz and distortion in favor for a cleaner, more synth-driven and emotionally resonant sound. It's their most ambitious and accessible album to date, and arguably probably their best. From the very first track, Negative Space, it's clear that Hookworms are kind of operating on a different frequency. The swirling electronics, propulsive rhythm, and the cathartic build-up set to the tone for an album that's less concerned with noise and more focused on emotion, emotional and sonic. It's a track that pulses with urgency and grief, a tribute wrapped into a banger. Lyrically, Microshift is deeply personal, the vocalist MJ navigating themes of loss, anxiety, and isolation, but doing so with a kind of vulnerability that never feels self-indulgent. On the track, Each Time We Pass, shimmering scents contrast sparkly with, lyrics about the lingering presence of a friend who has just died, creating a haunting push and pull between beauty and sorrow. The production is meticulous without, being sterile. Songs like, Static Resonance and Soft Seasons demonstrate the band's embrace for, krautrock inspired grooves and spacey textures, but with like a pop sensibility that keeps them grounded. There are moments that feel like LCD Sound System or Hot Chip or even like earlier, New Order, but, Hookworms never come off as like derivative. They're carving out a sound that's unmistakably their own. Where their earlier work often felt like forceful wall of sound, Microshift is more like a laser, focused, sharp, cutting through the emotional fog. The band sounds energized, refreshed, and ready to explore, new terrain, both musically and lyrically. Sadly, Microshift turned out to be Hookworms' final album, which kind of adds another layer of poignancy to its already, emotionally loaded contents. But if this was their last word, it's one worth remembering. A bold reinvention, a triumph of transformation, and an album that proves vulnerability can still hit like a sledgehammer. So, if you haven't listened to this album, check it out. Let me know what you think.